801, 61. You're recording right away too?
It is being recorded right away to TOO.
Are we on?
We are,
Anybody viewing?
not yet,
All right.
but we're gonna have a little bit of delays.
I'll let people know.
Go down.
Hi, honey. How are you? You doing good?
Say
I
hi.
don't see any viewers quite yet. Hello.
Go.
We are live. Just let people know. Copy.
Any snow up there in the North Country yet?
Is what?
Any snow in the North Country?
Oh, not yet, but did you hear on the 10th we're supposed to get our first snowfall?
I did not hear that. That wouldn't be the first time that the 10th had a snowstorm. That's my birthday, and there's many times I can remember having 6-8 inches of snow on that day.
Ugh.
It's too early.
I need to move.
Yeah.
Us too.
Move down south.
I think Arizona sounds pretty inviting.
Yeah, it does. No, I can't go to Arizona. There's too many spiders there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna post in Team Enter yet. I don't know what the deal is. People said they were gonna be on here, so
My people too.
I wonder if they're having
I see-
issues. Oh, we have two
I
viewers.
see two.
Do you see viewers on your end, Steph? Does it tell you, Steph?
No, I see nobody.
Okay, we can kind of see viewers coming in. So hello, everyone. We'll get started in like a minute or two. I think everybody's still trying to pop on. Now we got some more coming in. Hello, hello.
I'm gonna
Party
see
time.
I'm gonna see if I can enable the chat here for a little bit
Oh, people can chat.
to see if. Let's just see if people can see this. Well, actually, they're not gonna be able to chat in. Only Stephanie's gonna be able to, because she's the only one that's live. So if people want to chat in on the messenger to see who's here.
Okay, Kayla's on. Hello, Kayla. Yeah, so if you have any questions along the way, then just go ahead and in the threads that you're in. Hello, Lisa. Hello, hello. People are starting to message in. So you can definitely talk there because Stephanie's the only one that can actually chat because she's in the actual chat with us. So we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. Welcome, welcome, everyone, to our monthly team meeting. John and Liz enter here. We are from Nicollet, Minnesota, for those of you that are brand new and have not ever tuned in and maybe have never met us. So welcome, welcome to the team, and super awesome to meet you guys all virtually, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna try and pull a couple rabbits out of our hat tonight. We're getting more comfortable with Google Hangouts every time we do it, and I think tonight we said that we're gonna try and do a screen share. We're gonna show you guys how to watch a video and do that over a screen share. Just give you guys a little bit of a snippet, so that this is really a powerful tool to be using with both your team that's close by and team that's far away. So hope you guys get some value out of this tonight.
Awesome. So the first Monday of every single month, we have some kind of a team meeting. So it's either a get-together where we're also going to try to always live stream so that those that are non-local can always be a part of it or watch the recording. And then on those off months, especially as we go into the winter, we'll probably do a lot more of this style just so that people don't have to go out of their home. So they can just kind of be attached here. So that's awesome, connected here. So we have a special guest, Ms. Stephanie Gradchek is with us. So can you guys all see her?
I'm gonna make her bigger. There she is.
Hopefully you guys all can see her. So Stephanie.
Don't make me bigger. Come on.
So
That's tough to do. You are a life force to be reckoned with, right? Your personality is huge.
Awesome. So why don't you tell everybody, Stephanie, who you are, where you're from, how long you've been in this business, and maybe just a little bit of your journey so far.
Well, as John and Liz said, I'm Stephanie, and I am from Waverly, Minnesota, which is about 45 minutes west of Minneapolis. I joined It Works back on March 13th, so I haven't been in it for too long, maybe 7-8 months going on. The reason why I joined It Works is because back in December, my company that I was working for it was a printing company, and they did this big layoff right before Christmas, and 84 people were laid off from their job, and I was one of them. Very unexpected. So with the amount of money that I was making, it was like a major pay cut in my family income. I have 3 kids and a husband. And so when I saw It Works and about the opportunities, the financial opportunity of it, I just jumped in and I just went at it right away. And the first 4 weeks that I joined, I made Ruby and I got the $1,000 bonus. And then it was April. So then in May, the second month in May, I promoted to Diamond and I grabbed the $10,000 bonus. So
Awesome.
currently I'm at Diamond. I do have to do some rebuilding for my team, which is okay. I guess, the good thing about this business is we do let people come and join in, and they may realize that it's not for them, so we can't take it personal, and just know that it wasn't meant to be. So just working on my double diamond chart now.
That's awesome. So, so you're working on your double diamond, and you grabbed, so the $1,000 bonus, for those of you that are brand new, that was a little window of time where they actually did the double Ruby bonus, where you get the 1,000 instead of just the 500. So that was really a cool thing for you to be able to just pop in and just go for it. When you think back, Stephanie, to those first times when you first started, maybe you could give a few tips on, what you did in those very beginning stages, because I know there are people that are tuning in that are brand new, and some that maybe have been in for a long time and maybe have lost a little of their mojo, the little bit of their excitement, and maybe feel like it's, I don't know if this can still work for me or whatever. So maybe you can just share a little bit about, how you started, a few tips if you would mind.
So if you are new to this business, and if you see the vision like I saw it, if you see the financial opportunity, if you're the one that wants to quit your job, be at home with your kiddos, go full blown into it. Even if you do have a full-time job, I'm sure we're all still posting on Facebook. We still find ways to get on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, post about your business. Where I started to get distributors is right away I contacted my sister because I knew she was looking for a job. And then I just went to my friends. I posted on Facebook, who's looking for, a part-time job or even to make this their new career, who wants to stay at home with their kids, who wants, some great bonuses, posting stuff like that and being personable with it, is really going to get people to really respond to you in a very positive way. And so that if you just keep posting about your business, on what you're doing, so people see that you're successful, that's when people are going to want to join and say, hey, okay, what is this that you are doing? So I started with my family and friends right away to get my distributors, and that's what I can recommend for everybody is go start with your girlfriend, start with your best friend, your sister, your mom, a coworker that you work with that that's struggling with money. Start there, tell them about the business portion of it, and that's the best place where I would say start at.
So, and you're a rock star in the fact that you absolutely just go crazy with bringing distributors on. Whereas I remember when I first started the business, I went crazy with loyal customers. So I remember saying, well, I can definitely, talk about the products, share the products, because I knew what they were doing for me. And that was my strength, and that was my stronghold. And I kind of told myself that I wasn't going to really just build a team. I remember saying, I really don't want to build a team. And so funny thing is I just didn't build a team because I was saying that, until I started to flip over the party pad. But in the beginning, I just really went out there with the loyal customer thing. And when I found out that I could make that $600 loyal customer bonus, once I got 60 loyal customers and then 3,000 in volume, I was all over that. And I did that in about 3.5 months. So that was like something that I was just like, I can do that. I can go for that. So what was your thinking? Was your thinking like, I am going to go with the opportunity to everybody and not so much with the loyal customer side? What would you say?
When, like, shortly after I started, when you and John came up and you guys were showing us the ruby charts, the emerald charts, and the diamond charts, and then, when I first saw that diamond chart, it was so intimidating to me. I'm like, who the heck, how am I going to fill that chart up? Who can I get? And my husband told me, he's like, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom and if this is what you want to do, you need to get to diamond by July, by the time that your unemployment is up. So I'm like, okay, I need to figure out a way just to make it happen. So I guess, for me, I went right for the business portion of it. I went looking for those distributors, and I really didn't go looking for the loyals. I guess I started it a little different. Like for you, you were excited about the loyal customer part of it. But for me, I just went full blown. I think I even forgot to talk about the products with a lot of people, and I just jumped right into the business portion of it. Hey, you want to come join my team and let's get you that $1,000 Ruby bonus, and there's a $10,000 bonus, and I just got it. You can do it too, and that's what I think. That's exactly what I did. I just skipped the products and jumped into the business portion of it.
That's awesome. So I think what we're trying to say here is wherever your mindset is, what you're telling yourself is what you're going to be doing.
It's what you're going to do.
That's right. So even if you're saying to yourself, I can't get distributors, guess what? You're probably not going to be getting that if you're saying that to yourself. And if you're saying, I just can't get loyal customers, guess what? You're probably not getting loyal customers. So mindset is really, really, really huge. People don't think that it plays a part, but it totally plays a part. If you're saying, I can't get to Ruby, you're not going to get to Ruby. So I really think that you have to start thinking about what you're saying and what you're thinking. And when you start changing your mindset and they often say to speak out loud what you're wanting to happen, write it everywhere. Put it on your mirror in the morning. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it on wherever you're looking that's saying, I am going presidential. I am going Ruby and grabbing the $500 bonus. I am going to bring in 5 loyal customers this month. So I think that is a huge part. And not only that, but writing your goals down. They say only 3% of the world writes down their goals. So that means 97% of the people do not write down any type of goals. And I love that saying where it says, if you work for the next person, and it says something like, if you think they have something planned for you, it's not much. And it's kind of the exact same thing for us and our own selves in our own business. If we just shoot from the hip and just don't write anything down, just go whatever, wherever I land is wherever I land, that's exactly what will happen for you. You will not, if you don't have a target, you will not get anywhere. So the first thing I would tell people, and just to hold your thought, the first thing I would tell people, if you are seasoned, you've been here for a while, or you are brand new, you need to write down your goals and you need to put a time frame on them. So, you need to put, if it's Ruby by the end of October, then that's what you need to claim out, and you need to do that. You need to write it down, and you need to make a plan of action to make that happen. Even by the end of, this is our last quarter. We go by quarters in our business. And so October, November, December is our last final quarter before the new year. So, where do you want to be by December 31st? Not only making the short-term goal of what I want to be by the end of October, some people need to make weekly goals. Like, I need 2 loyal customers this month, and I need 1 distributor, or this week. So some people need to make it like daily and specific, and make your 6 list every night before. And then, so you need to make short-term goals. You need to make long-term goals. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say that nothing great ever happened by accident. Just think about that for a second. Going to the moon didn't happen by accident. Mediocre happens all by itself every day. Regular Joe stuff just automatically happens every day. Greatness, you don't have an accident and just become great.
That's right.
I mean, everybody likes to talk about Michael Jordan and all the shots that he had to take in order to win the few championships that he did. But for the people that want to have greatness, they do the small things daily that it takes to become great over time. I know a lot of people see these flash in the pan people that go presidential in our business, in a year or in 8 months. And that's a flash in the pan, guys. Those people, a lot of them check back with them in a couple of years, and I guarantee you they're going to be going through some serious rebuilding
or whatever.
if they're even around anymore. What I'm saying is you should plan on something of greatness is going to take some time. So
It is. Building roots, foundational stuff is going to take some time. Like Stephanie said, has it been really easy for you these last 7-8 months for you, Steph?
Gosh, no. Well, no, it hasn't been. When I joined up in March, I looked today, I have 83 distributors underneath me. And to be honest, maybe 14, 15, 16 tops are really working this business. So it is kind of frustrating, when you build so fast and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to promote every single month. I mean, that's what I was thinking. And then you realize, this business isn't for everybody, which, it is okay because it's just, I don't know, I kind of look at it as a blessing, like it wasn't meant to be. That person wasn't meant to be in this business, or that person wasn't meant to be on our team. And I always look at it as somebody better is going to come around and, really help you to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just, kind of to piggyback off of that, to give you guys an idea. This is all a numbers game. I'm sure you've heard this before. It's all a numbers game. Something I want you to, a little experiment I want you to do is just go in and watch a leader like Joel Dunn, for example, and watch when he makes a post and look at the number of people that he gets to comment on a post that he makes, for example. And you might look at that at first glance and you might say, well, geez, he got 300 people to like that. Or he got, 86 people to comment on that. But then go and take, because this is all a ratio is what I'm getting at. Go and look at the number of followers that he has, right? And then take the number of followers that you have and see how many likes you're getting. And I guarantee you that your ratio is going to be about the same. Look at the number of people that show up for It Works corporate events over the number of people that are in It Works total. And you're going to come up with about roughly the same ratio of people that, like Stephanie just said, are actually plugged in and working. That is a ratio that holds true basically throughout network marketing. That's why the 1% are labeled as the 1%, because those are the ones that actually truly, see, here's a little secret I'm going to share with you guys. All of the gold, all of the information is right out there in front of us. But only 1% of the people actually pick it up and they actually plug it into their brain, and then they turn around and start regurgitating it through their actions and through teaching others, right? It's all out there. And, Liz and I are working daily on self-development, and we're hopefully working on Flecks of Gold that we're going to be inputting into our team as we go along here. But it's the truth, guys. All of this stuff is right out there. It's a matter of, do you get up in the morning and say it's too hard? I've tried it. I've tried it for 60 days. I've tried it for 90 days, and I haven't gotten the results. Believe me, Liz and I, we've been there. Stephanie, in the amount of time she's gone through, the number of people that have said, might not be for me. She's been there. And yet, for the people that truly catch the vision for what being a stay-at-home mom or being a retired dad from construction and being able to pick my kids up daily from school, I get what it means to keep talking to people, to keep finding new ways to get contacts so that we can keep this ratio and keep it getting bigger and bigger and bigger all the time.
Mm-hmm. I think they're saying that you can only see whoever's on your screen. So if you don't swap it to who's talking, they can only see. Like, you see Stephanie.
I hit something.
Who's so beautiful.
Normally it swaps back and forth when we change.
Thanks, Sarah, for letting us know that. Yeah, we need feedback.
All right. Go.
This is the crazy thing. So as we're talking about these things, there are 3 types of people in network marketing. Okay, there are 3 types of people. I'm just saying, just entrepreneurs. And if you read the Eric Worre GoPro 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional, which I highly recommend, follow him on Facebook, We actually just bought the live streaming. A lot of people are actually hopping on planes to Vegas to go watch him, and we saw that we could live stream him, and we're like, we're totally doing that from home. So that's, if you can write it down, it's October 14th through 17th. John figured out a way to be able to stream it, which is probably totally illegal, but we're gonna do it so that all of you guys can watch it and watch the recordings on it. So we're gonna record it as those 4 days go through, and it's gonna be amazing. It's all about network marketing professionals, and they're all up on the stage sharing their secrets. So he wrote a book, and I love this. So as we're talking about this, Stephanie's talking about her struggle. We're talking about, success is not just like this ever anywhere in life. And it's the same here, holds true here. The beauty of this business is it only takes 5 like-minded people to go all the way to the very top in this business. That's the beauty. Once you lock in 5 business builders, business partners who see it like it is and are going to be truly in it till the end and understand what it can do for families and do for people, that's all you need. That's the beauty. That's the wonderful thing. So there's 3 kinds, and I want you to think about this, all of you tuning in. Think about which one are you. When I first read this, I'm like, oh no, which one am I? The first one is a poser, okay, a poser. And so 80% of all people who join network marketing approach the task of building a business as posers. It says 8 out of 10 distributors first approach their business with a poser mentality. They make a small mental list and see what happens. So these people would be called net wishers, not net workers, okay? They make a small list. They never set out to develop the necessary skills. So they do not take any time at all whatsoever to delve into any personal development, any books such as, or follow him on Facebook, or do anything to learn what it means to be a network marketer. Okay, now I went to school for teaching. I had to go 4 years for education, for Lutheran school teacher. And then I had to do student teaching and all those things in there. Pretty sure every single professional business, John Construction too, all those things require classes, require some kind of forms of skills so that you can be ready and professional at what you do. Doctors, lawyers, you name it, it's all there. But so many people come into this business and they think that they don't have to learn a single thing, and they're just going to throw up a Facebook post and everything's going to fall in their lap, and they're going to be like, sweet, I'm an ambassador diamond with It Works Global. That's true reality of some people that are thinking that way. So this is a poser. Your job is to make sure you're not one of them, or we're not one of them, and to help you do and help your team to do the same. Educate people. Help them understand how powerful this opportunity can be if they treat it with respect. For the posers, their only real chance is luck. And that luck had better happen really fast. So Stephanie talked about some people who came in, and as soon as they came in, they gave up. What kind of people do you think that was? We have it all the time. We have people who join, and they go into the witness protection program. We never hear from them again. We have no idea what happened. We have no idea why they joined. Where did they go? What were they thinking? We don't understand. It happens all the time. So those are posers. They are wishers. They come in, they learn nothing, and they hope that success will fall right in their lap. Okay? The second group is amateurs. Instead of a small mental list, these people make a written list, so kind of like a hundreds list, which is a step in the right direction. Okay? Let's say they make a list of 100 prospects. Okay? They write down 100 people. They charge out there with excitement, but not a lot of skill. They really don't know much. And John and I could say in the beginning of our business, that was us. We were totally excited. We were ignorance on fire. We really didn't know what the heck we were doing, but we were really excited, and we were just going out there blabbering all over people, saying all the wrong things because we just didn't know. They begin prospecting, and their list begins to diminish. As it grows smaller and smaller, their anxiety level grows higher and higher. Their biggest fear is running out of people to talk to. I know that was my biggest fear. That's Eric Worre speaking there.
And I'm going to jump in there and just say something. Another phrase, your network determines your net worth.
Say that again.
Just soak that up a second, guys. Your network.
So people you know and who you're adding to your network daily.
Yes, determines your net worth. Your net worth is what you're bringing in every year, every month, Guys, networking, the business that we're in is networking. It is adding people to our contact list daily.
So
If
what does
there's-
somebody say? We've seen that post that I think John Eric says it. He says, my job is to have friends and make more friends. That's what networking is. It's making as many friends as possible. So ask yourself, if you're like, man, my hundreds list is starting to, it's just kind of extinguishing itself. So ask yourself, how many different types of groups you might be in. Like, and I'm not saying like paying for, like John and I are in a master networking group where we pay $39.99 a month to be in this entrepreneurial weekly group that we meet in, okay, called Master Networks. That's a group. But how about a mom's group? Are you involved in a mom's group? That wouldn't cost you necessarily anything. Or what about like a women's Bible study group? Or what about like a gym or a fitness class that you meet on a weekly basis with others? You're working on your health while you're networking with new people, right?
Or a block gossip group. I mean, anything.
A what?
A block gossip group. A
I've
ladies.
never heard of that.
I'm just making stuff
I've
up.
never heard of that. What? Gossip group?
Block, like
Block.
your block.
Oh,
A block
okay.
party, like your
Okay.
block.
I'm catching on.
I'm funning a little bit. Sorry.
So,
But
you know,
it's like this, guys. Simply, if you're a scuba diver, right, you have an air gauge on your wrist, okay, and you're diving down and you're watching that air gauge, and as you're down there, you're sucking oxygen out of your tank. You can only be down there for so long before the oxygen runs out of your tank and you die. Your network business is the same way, right? But there's a way to have constant flow, new flow, and that's called new prospects, new contacts, new network coming into your business daily. So you have to focus on building that network of people
Daily.
that contact list daily. That's your oxygen supply in this business. Simple as that.
and that doesn't mean you have to always be out. I mean, that could be just, talking with Facebook, adding mutual friends on Facebook. There's always that little section where it says you'll have a bunch of friend of friend, and mutuals. You can add. I try to add at least 5 or 6 every day because we know that we need to get in front of new groups of people. So, that's something
Instagram.
Yes.
Exactly. And we're gonna go through that a little bit, just to give a little bit of tips of what I've done to go from 300 followers to
Liz and I are both at 1,400 followers.
1,400 followers in 6 days. I have 1,400 followers. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing and what John's been learning in his class that he's been taking. We're trying to really get honed in on professional, all social media types of forms, but we have to choose just a couple. We can't do a ton of platforms and try to spread ourselves thin through Periscope and Facebook and Instagram and this and that and blogging. They tell you to just choose a few and do them well, okay? So I didn't get to the third one. So you got the posers, you got the amateurs, and then the last one you've got are the professionals, okay? And so this is what he says. In his early 20s, this is Eric Worre, my list wasn't anything to brag about. As I mentioned before, I tried to use my parents' contacts at the beginning, and it didn't take long for me to run out of names. Soon, everyone in my world knew what I was doing and had either said yes or no. It was scary. I felt like if I didn't find some great people for my list and find them soon, I was going to fail in this business. It never occurred to me that finding quality people to prospect was a skill. Up to this point in my new career, I always viewed the list as the ticket to wealth. If you had a good list, you'd succeed. And if you had a bad one, you'd either have to get lucky or you'd fail. When I came to my defining moment and committed to becoming a professional, I began to study the people who had built large and successful organizations. I found that the professionals approached finding people to talk to as one of their core skills. It was part of their job to find new people. They weren't interested in luck. They weren't worried about running out of people. They developed the skill to make sure that never happened. The professionals started with a written list, but then they made the focused commitment to never stop adding to the list. They created something called an active candidate list, and I'm going to show you how to do the same thing. Well, how far do I want to go for this?
Well, I'm just going to tag on to that. John Eric did a little Periscope. Cammy did it. John Eric they must have had a few people staying over at Cammy's house last night.
Mhm.
And
You?
Yeah,
Their
right,
house was packed.
maybe 100 or so. But
right.
they did a Periscope this morning, and one of the things that they kind of John Eric rounded out the Periscope with was, he said, he was making, what was he making? He was making like
Quiche.
something
Yeah.
on the stove. And he said, what you want to do, especially with social media and in business, we talked about, following the person who, success leaves clues, right? But he said about taking note of the ingredient list and not the recipe so much. Because a lot of times, I'm just going to pull a couple names out, like Dunn's or Walsh's, and we say, well, they're doing this, and we say we want to steal their recipe and become them so that we can, get to be Black Diamond as well. But what he's saying is, you need to be you, be the best version of you, and then use some of these ingredients of what they're doing in order to become the best amplified you that you can be. And believe me, Liz and I are working very hard to find that ingredient list for us that works best for us, that amplifies us the best. And I think that as soon as we find that, there's going to be some huge things that are happening. I know people look at us, they'd say, you guys haven't promoted lately. And, it's something that we are working on as well, but be the best you that you can be. John Eric's got that part right, definitely.
Right.
So,
And something you can do right now already is start video, start doing videos and get on Google, or did you say you have to get on YouTube first, or where do you go to get on to your YouTube?
well, okay, so let's go through a couple things. So if you want to start setting up making videos.
Like vlogging, instead of blogging, there's video logging,
Yes.
right?
What I would do is everybody first has to go out and get a Google account. In order to do that, you need to have a Gmail account. And then basically what it's going to do is it's going to start leading you through the steps in order to have your Google account and your YouTube account, everything all tied together. I could do a screen share to run us over there and show you guys a little bit of that. But here's another cool thing. So Google owns YouTube. Google, and here's the other fun fact, is that YouTube is very quickly catching up to become the #1 search engine out there. Right now, Google is the #1 search engine, but YouTube is going to take that over. That's because, for instance, when people have a question like, like how do I build a list on social media, they search it on YouTube because there's a video that goes along with it. So what does that tell you? It used to be that blogging was the way that people got to have a vision inside of who you were. And in that respect, by getting to know who you were, remember we always say that people buy people, not products. So blogging used to be a huge way that people would get an insight into
Following, really
into who they want to buy from. Well, vlogging or video logging is like blogging on steroids. This is why Periscope is so huge, but here's the caveat to that. You have to know how to interact on Periscope. Too many people are getting on Periscope and they're just like la 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 la. And even if they have a bunch of great content, you need to know how to interact with people. You need to know how to watch. If you're doing it on your phone, which is actually the only way you can do it because you can't do it over a computer. But when you're on your phone or device, you need to be watching, and when new people come on, you need to be welcoming them. You need to be interacting with them. When people are giving you hearts, you need to thank them for it. You should also be doing shout outs for questions during your presentation while you're on Periscope. Another thing with Periscope is that most people think that Periscope goes away, your video goes away in 24 hours. Not true. Periscope and Twitter are actually linked together. And there's an app, and I don't actually have that information in front of me at the moment, but there's an app that you can send your your Periscope feed, your video that you did, and it'll be saved on Twitter. Then there's one more app where you can actually copy that video and you can share it anywhere on any venue that you want. So these are all things that we're working on right now. Again, to keep it really simple, videoing is
The number one.
the number one thing.
So
If
what
you-
can you do? I mean, just start with your products. Do a cute little short little minute or 2 minutes about greens. Open it up. Show your water. Show your scoops or your greens on the go thing going into it. Shake it up. Show them what it looks like. Tell them exactly what's in it. Keep it really simple. We can't claim anything. You can't be saying it's going to keep your cancer away or keep you from getting cancer. You can't say any of that kind of stuff. But you can say what's on the box, what's in it, what it does help to do. So do that every day. Choose a new product. Show how you're putting the peel on. People are like crazy about wanting to look into people's lives, watch the video, and just be like, wow, that's so cool. She's putting her facial on. She's putting her peel on. She's drinking her greens. People will follow that kind of crazy stuff.
But don't forget to interact, and also.
Oh, you're talking Periscope now.
Right.
I'm talking the YouTube. You put your
Right.
your YouTube, because as you put more videos, you start to build a following. People start subscribing to your channel, and then you start every time something comes up. Like I'm a subscriber to Cami Dempsey's and some other top leaders. So every time you make a new video, guess what? I get an email that says Cami Dempsey put a new video on her YouTube channel. So I get to. That's an awesome thing.
Yes.
So that keeps everybody going that way. So that's something you can simply be doing. Now you talk about Periscope. Is there a profile on Periscope where you put everything?
There is a profile in Periscope, but there is not a clickable link in Periscope.
So no clickable link to add
So
any kind of address, but what can they do?
What you can do is if you have, and some guys, a domain is actually a very inexpensive thing to go out and get. But
Periscope looks like
what we suggest you
that
do is get some sort of domain that's very easy for people to remember. And what you can actually do is if you've watched some of Cami's Periscopes, you can actually type something that goes kind of on your profile, and it shows up over the top of your video as you're scoping. And if you make that clickable, or not clickable, if you make that domain easy enough to remember, then what you do is during the course of your Periscope feed, just say to people, and if you wouldn't mind, if you want to know more information on this, go visit my domain that I'm listing on here. And you can even say it, but you have to remember a huge thing that goes along with videoing is a call to action. And a lot of people think that a call to action is like asking someone to do something. It's quite the opposite. A call to action is actually a statement of what you want that person to do. Like, go click my link, right?
to learn more about the next, whatever.
Go check out more about what I just showed you about my own personal product testimony about what this has done for me. And here's where you can find that. Be bold. I mean, I think one of the things with Stephanie, what she's done in her business, is she's been bold. Stephanie had her back against the wall. She had a time limit given to her by her husband to get to Diamond by July, and I think she beat that by a month.
I think it was June.
But I mean, this is what happens when you have your back against the wall. When you say, "I don't have a plan B," or "My plan B sucks. I don't want to go there." It's out of the question. I know that's the way it was for us. I mean, Liz said, we need to bring John home. Period. We were at a fork in the road where we said we can't continue to go in two separate directions. It's not feasible any longer.
I couldn't handle the load myself.
Right.
And I said, we're going to be more of a force together than you going off doing construction and me still trying to do all this on my own and raise kids and take kids everywhere. So I said, we're gonna do this together, and it's gonna make us more powerful, better together.
So I know that at the end of my day, there's a lot of days when I get to 9 o'clock, and I'll be like, you know what, I just don't want to. I know I should go do that one last thing for my business on whether it's learning and then implementing something that I learned that day, and I'll just be like, I'm so tired. I just want to hit the pillow. But guys, I want to share a secret with you. I shared this before. the goal is all out there. I have seen this so many times for myself. If I would just be willing to put one foot in front of the other and do it, it's all out there. The six-figure earners, the only thing that separates them from us is that they're doing it consistently on a daily basis. They're putting one foot in front of the other, and they're taking action on the stuff that they're learning. You see, because there's two kinds of people when it comes to knowledge. There's the people that soak up knowledge and then put it on the shelf, and there's the people that soak up knowledge and put it into action and start doing it, start teaching others. Did you know how strong you become when you start teaching others? See, when you think you knew something and did it for yourself, that was awesome. When you became successful and did it for yourself. But when you started teaching others, when you started seeing the growth in others, it makes you, it's an unbelievable feeling. I think that's probably the feeling that teachers get when they're out there sharing what they know.
Yeah. So those are some things that you can definitely start implementing today. But Instagram, I'm going to just share a little bit of what I've been doing these days and what John's been learning through his course that he's been taking. Because you should all definitely, if you haven't done the 100-day adventure and bought into that, you definitely should do that because there's really great basics there. But we felt we needed to go even deeper.
Should we share a little bit of that? I told you I was going to share a little bit with you guys.
With John Eric? Well, wait a minute. I was going to do the Instagram of what I've been doing lately. Is it okay?
Go ahead, yep.
I know you're excited. So Instagram.
This is what happens, Stephanie, when we work together. You just,
So if you want to download the Instagram app, because some of you maybe don't even have a clue because you haven't even started that. So the Instagram app looks like this, like camera type thing. And Instagram, this being very different than Facebook. Facebook is really supposed to be a place where you're sharing your life, like your family and all those kinds of things. Instagram is meant to be cool pictures, like really cool images. That's what Instagram is, really cool pictures. So that's something I need to even get better about. So capturing cool images of yourself, and then they've got all those ways that you can change it, make it look this way or that way, all the different settings or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, Steph? Like being able to turn it to the black and white and turn it to, you know what I mean?
Sepia or old style, or just make it brighter or darker.
Right. So Instagram is very different style or different, what do you want to call it, than what Facebook is. You're not gonna necessarily use Instagram the same way you use Facebook. So that's something I've been learning. So you definitely want to download the Instagram app. And then what I have been doing lately is so let's see.
Crowdfire is our app that we're using.
What's the Crowdfire?
That's the app.
I don't even know what is that. I haven't been using that one.
Okay,
Crowdfire is where you can unfollow people that are not following you.
And we have not been using that right now.
Okay, so let's explain a little bit of that first. So if for those people that are on Instagram, here's the deal. Instagram doesn't allow you to see and know everything that you could know. For example, if you're just on Instagram, you don't know, like if you follow somebody, unless they follow you back right there in that moment, you don't know in your list of followers who's following you and who's not currently following you. So what Crowdfire does, the app Crowdfire, is it allows you to actually go in and kind of do a diagnostic on your followers. It allows you to see who's following you and who's not. And here's another numbers thing. You can only be following 7,500 people at one time, period.
And John has learned through his social media class that every hour you can add 160. Is it 160 or 170?
You can do 160 interactions. That means you can do a combination of 160 follows or unfollowers or any combination, but equaling 160.
So we have not been focusing on the unfollowing. As you've been in your classes, he said, do not worry about the unfollowing right now. Worry about the following. So I have not been doing this every hour. And literally in the last 5 days, I went from 300 followers. If you can see, I have 1,409 following me now. And all I've been doing is I post about 2 or 3 times, that's it, every day, whatever, morning, in the afternoon, maybe in the evening, 3 posts, that's all I've been doing. And when people start following me, so I've only done this like once or twice a day, then shoot, and locked out. So then say this is my last post that I just posted. And I go down and I see I have 26 likes. So I click on the 26 likes and I see who I have. And I look in there very quickly because I don't have time to be on Instagram all day, and nor do I want to be. I have a family. I love my family. I want to keep God, family, and business in that order. So like say I go through and I say, oh, here's somebody that it says fitness, whatever. So I'm like, ooh, that's a health and wellness oriented person. So I click on that person and I see they have, like if they have really low numbers, then I'm probably not going to mess with that. So I'll go back in and I'll look at the other followers and say there's somebody who, I don't like the ones that say like, lead program, this and that. I don't go for those because they're just trying to hound me anyways. So I look for people who I think, have big numbers, who look like a cool, like they're health and wellness, they look like a freak. So like just for instance, like I chose this person and they have 932 following or they have 573 followers. I'll just click on like the following or the followers, doesn't even matter what. And I will just go boom, 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 boom for 160. I follow 160 people off that person who was following me. And I do that twice a day. And I've done that for the last 6 days. And I went from 300 people following me to 1,403. Does that make sense? Should I explain that again? And now I'm starting to actually get, and John's class said that once you hit over 1,000 people, you'll finally start to actually get some activity. Like people will start saying things to you, private messaging you, and that has been true. That has been happening now. And people are like, thanks for the follow, where I had nothing before. I had 300, 400, 500 followers, nothing was happening. But now that I hit over that 1,000, I'm actually starting to get some feedback. Now I could go further, and then I could be going in and actually people who follow me, I could be then saying thanks for the follow to them, and then say, have you ever heard of It Works? I could be doing more yet. And I could go click on their pictures and like their pictures and make comments. You could do that too. Some people do like 3 likes on their pictures or 3 comments on different pictures in whoever you think that looks like a person that would be interested in health and wellness, or a mom or a fitness person, or all sorts of different kinds. So I could be doing further, but that's all I have been doing right now is just when people follow me, I go into who I have following, find somebody that looks interesting, that looks like a decent person, not a crazy showing their boobs and all this other crazy stuff sometimes that you see. I'm like, no, not that. And then you can go and either click on their followers or the following, and then just click down all the way down through 160 followings. Does that make sense?
So let's talk a little bit about, because people always want to know what to post, right?
Yes.
And here's a little tip that I'm going to give you. Value.
Mm-hmm.
Concentrate on bringing your value to the marketplace. It's going to get you a lot farther than if you're going with your need, right? We all come,
or desperation.
We're all in It Works. We're all working our job because we need income. That's a fact, right?
We need leads.
But the problem is that when you lead with that, when you lead with, here, let me do this for you so that I can have this money from you. It just, people, all of the stuff that I've been learning is the social media aspect has gotten so smart out there today. It's like people can sniff this stuff out from.
And It Works is a very bad rap. I'm sorry, but they did a very poor job of spamming.
No pun intended.
The people.
No pun intended.
The people of It Works have done a very poor job and given us a very bad name. So we need to separate ourselves. What's going to make you a person people want to follow above and beyond all the other people spamming like crazy?
So one of the, very easy. How do you bring value to the marketplace? The world is searching for people who are a positive influence. So, one of the great ways that you can bring value is make sure that if you're going to make 3 to 5 posts during the day, maybe just go grab some positive content, whether it's
Motivational stuff.
motivational stuff or maybe a Bible verse on a really cool background, or just
Maybe a cool short little video, because you can do that on Instagram too. A short little awesome tidbit of something you learned from Eric Worre. I mean, that's the cool thing. We don't have to be professionals. We can take what we learn and then just say, talk about mindset. Talk about there's 3 different types of network marketers. Did you know that? I mean, you can do really anything where people are like, wow, this is really cool. I really want to follow. I'm learning a lot from this person. And then, of course, you can throw in like a Greens, post or a Networks post in there too.
Absolutely, because, here's the deal is that, everybody always says open mouth equals open business. And yeah, if you don't talk about it works at all, people aren't going to know that you sell it works either. So
okay, so people said they were very confused at what I said. Sorry about that, guys. So what I was saying for Instagram, and maybe Stephanie, you can share what you've been doing too and how that's going. So one more time. Yeah, I'm watching that. Didn't get what you meant by one more time, no biggie. I'm just trying to read here what it said.
Steph, did you want to tell us what you've been doing?
What do you do?
So Instagram. So I was never big on Instagram. So when I came back from Green Carpet in July is when I got an Instagram account. And since July, I have almost 800 followers. What I have been doing is you do a mixture of everything. Don't just post about your business, because then people are gonna think it's scammy. I think post with you and your kids. Post I'll post like my fireplace, my dogs, anything, and then I will go find a nice picture and I will edit that picture. So for instance, the other day I took a picture of me sitting on my couch with the windows open, and then I have my laptop in my lap. I went and I edited that post, which I changed the color on it. I went and add a font on it, a cool different font with different colors, saying, "Ask me how I turned my social media obsession into a business." I think from just that little post, I got 26 likes. And then what I did when I got those likes is I clicked on every single person. I went and messaged them and I said, "Hey, thanks for liking my post about my business. Would you like to hear more about it?" I did hear a lot of people saying no, but I did get one woman from Germany who was like, "Well, I speak poor English." So I went on to Google Translate. So I translated everything, and so I'm still talking to her about the business. I have a woman in Minneapolis that just saw that post, liked it. I messaged her, and so just in the past week, I've gotten 2 potential distributors just off Instagram. One thing that Eric says to do is make it personable, make it fun, add emojis. Adding emojis is huge because it catches the eye. Don't just post a picture of an It Works product like the defining gel and say, "Who wants to try this? Message me," because people are going to be like, "Well, what the hell is that? I don't know what's the defining gel. What does it do?" Explain what it does. How it tightens, tones, and firms. Say how it works good for rashes, for mosquito bites, sunburn. Just making stuff personable and using hashtags is how you're really gonna get a lot of interaction, and people message you saying, "Hey, cool, awesome idea." And like Liz said, you really have to watch who's following you, because a lot of them are scam sites. So if you see some,
you can just go ahead and block those right away too. That's what I do. As soon as I see a scam site, I go up to those 3 dots above their profile or whatever, and you can choose to block them right there, and then you don't have to worry about them in the future.
Correct.
Yeah, you don't want to spend all day long. We know that most of you guys have full-time jobs, so you're like, whoa, so do what you can and do what you do best, but maybe implement a little bit more. Do some videos. Even your professional group that you've been learning is also been saying, get back on your fan page, because regular Facebook page is not meant for any business type style thing. So I've been trying to go more back onto my fan page, my business page that I set up way back forever ago. So I'm starting to get back on that, and posting. I like to do videos. I mean, if you're good at videos, then why not do a few, couple minute, whatever, do them every week and just keep a following kind of going there. And you can share that onto your regular page and ask for people to, then they can start liking it from that shared thing onto your regular page. But, he really did say people are not paying attention. They are not on Facebook to be buying or looking for stuff, some stuff, health and wellness, whatever it is. I mean, you might get those occasional, whatever, but that's not what your main page is for. But yeah, Instagram is big time on the hashtags too. So I try to, ours is Enter Adventures. So every single post always has Enter Adventures. Why? Because then if somebody ever clicked on the Enter Adventures, if they went to that hashtag, they'd see every single post I've ever made, ever. And John, you do the same Enter Adventures. But the other hashtags I'll change up. Like it might be hashtag health, hashtag wealth, hashtag opportunity, hashtag stay at home mom, hashtag
Photo of the day is a good one. Insta cool.
Well, how can you find?
Me.
Like some people say you can search.
You can you can go on Google and search top hashtags or trending hashtags.
So if you want to see what people are searching for on Instagram, go to Google and put in top. What do you call them? Top hashtags.
Trending hashtags.
Trending
top hashtags. Yep.
So those are just a few things. This is not meant to overwhelm you, but meant to just kind of, pick a thing and try it.
Well, here's the deal. There is.
And I don't mean try it for a day. I mean try it for 3 months, 6 months. Evaluate how that goes over that period of time.
Yeah.
Not just 2 days and go, oh, it didn't work for me. Because I've been on Instagram for a while now, but now I've just been doing the last 6 days consistently following 160 people a couple times a day. Even though I could be doing it every hour, I'm not going to do it every hour. Mm-hmm. But that's awesome.
Yeah, what we're trying to say is there's a science to this madness.
Mm-hmm.
I am not kidding you.
Mm-hmm.
There is a science to this. And, what Liz and I realized is that, I tell the story about when the settlers first came across the water on the great boats and they bought their 2 ox and their plow and their covered wagon and they headed west. And they went out and they broke their soil. They claimed their land. They broke their soil. They started farming some ground. And, they had their one bottom plow that they pulled behind the oxen. And they worked until their fingers were bloody. And you fast forward 200 years to where we are today. Think about how agriculture has changed. You have farmers that are using computers in their tractor with auto steer and IntelliPlant and everything else to get the highest yields they've ever gotten. Today, it's no different. We are in a belly-to-belly business, but I kid you not that when John Eric says that social media is an amplification of who you are, it is an amplification. Think about it that way. It's a microphone
for you to get in front of a whole lot of people.
Yes. So
we do need to move into that, even though you don't think you need to. If you want to grow your business to the next level, you do need to pick something and start working on it. And if you have questions, you need to just ask.
Yeah, absolutely. Ask us,
Ask us. You can Google anything today, remember, or YouTube anything.
And we're going to try and shoot you guys some cool
videos. We're going to be learning.
That are maybe going to help point you guys in the right direction.
Yeah. So we're already at an hour. I can't believe this, but we have a few things. Like 400 Club, we have to draw September's 400 Club. So drum roll, please.
Must be present to win.
Yeah, so that's Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
Well, the viewers are. Okay, so Kelsey Brandt. Is that one of your girls, Stephanie?
That's one of Alyssa's girls.
Alyssa's girl. So Kelsey. Oh yeah, I know Kelsey. Didn't I meet her? I think I met her at a show.
Just the other day at a party.
Yeah, woohoo! So she is our 400 Club winner. Way to go, Kelsey. So what you won is what I just read out of Eric Worre, GoPro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional, and the movie he put together, Rise of the Entrepreneur. So this is something to watch yourself, but then also just pass it around so people can start to realize what network marketing is and how it is becoming the new thing. People just don't really realize it. So I'll send those to you. I have to get your address. I'll look it up, and I'll send that. So congratulations. Then we're going to talk top 15 for top personal bonus volume in sales for the month of September. So here we go, and I'll put it together in Team Enter as well so that everybody can see it and cheer everybody on. How exciting. This was really cool because when I looked at the month before, I looked at it somewhere. I think it's over by you. I think we were up. We were up in total sales, which was awesome for first place by actually $500-600. So that's really cool, or BV if you want to call it. So number 15 for top sales, this is personal bonus volume. So this means your loyal customers and your personal orders as well, okay? So this is like personally doing your thing, okay? Number 15 was Chelsea Jesmer with 676 in personal bonus volume. Woo woo! Way to go, Chelsea. Number 14 was Sarah Hughes with 691. Number 13 was Martha Yoder. Hopefully I'm saying that last name right, with 750. Congratulations. Number 12 was Nicole or Nikki Coots, which is Alyssa's girl I know, with 752. My next door neighbor, Miss Sarah Fitzner, whoa, way to go, with 815 in personal bonus volume. Number 10 was Stephanie Francis with 826. Number 9, Lisa Tolbert with 840. Kelsey Brandt, who's also the 400 Club winner, way to go, with 895 was number 8. Number 7 is Jenny Crockless with 941. Number 6 was Miss Stacy During with 954. Lexi Drysdale was number 5 with 961. Sarah Sarote, if I'm saying that right, Sarote was 1,012 in personal bonus volume. Number 3 was also kind of a neighbor that lives just over there. Is Crystal Norell with 1,102 in personal bonus volume. Way to go. I was number 2 with 1,596 in personal bonus volume. And Miss Alyssa Amlin was 1,661 in personal bonus volume. Way to go, girl. What was the top last month?
It was 11.
It was me, 1,195.
No, it was Jen.
Oh yeah, 1,338. So we were up with that number 1 position. So way to go, guys. Way to rock it out. You know, another thing I should look at and do under my reports is just most distributors brought in. That'd be a kind of a fun thing to do as well. I'll do that for next month, so that'd be kind of fun as well. So congratulations, guys. Way to rock it out. You know, volume is huge. To keep your rank, you know, we always want to get to the rank, but then to hold that rank and keep if you earn those bonuses, you got to keep that personal bonus volume up with everyone. So that's an important thing to teach out, and that's why I love doing 400 Club, because that keeps people's volumes where they need to be and continuing to move forward. So that's step number 2, gathering 4 loyal customers every single month, which should be everyone's goal, because that always puts you in a position to move to the next position. So train that out. Those steps of success are there for a purpose. So way to go on that. And then John and I are going to put a incentive out there to our whole team. So this is what it's going to be. We'll launch it and put it on Team Enter for those that didn't make it on this. So what we're going to do for the month of October, so it's already the 5th of October, right? So we have what? There's 31 days. So what is there left? Terrible with math. 26 days, is that right? 26 days left in the month. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So every loyal customer you gather from starting now till the 31st at 11:59 Central, you will get 1 entry in to a drawing, and I'll let you know what it's going to be. So every loyal customer, 1 entry in. Every distributor, you get 5 entries in. Every distributor you bring on from now till the end of the month is 5 entries into the drawing. You promote. If you promote to the next level, or if you promote twice by the end of October to 2 different levels, then you will get 15 entries. We'll do the drawing on November 2nd, because that's a Monday, I believe. And what that top prize is going to be is $150 in cash or check or whatever, sent to that number 1, or whoever's drawn. We're not even number 1. That's what's cool about this. Anybody can win. So that's what's really cool. So let's go over that again. Every loyal customer, you get 1 entry. Every distributor you bring on, you get 5 entries. And if you promote as well in the months, you can cash in on all these ways of getting your name in. You get 15 entries. And by November 2nd, we'll do the drawing. It has to all happen by October 31st, 11:59 p.m. Central. And that prize winner will be $150. So.
And there is going to be, what is it, this next Sunday night, Mark and company are going to have an announcement
too?
as well. So,
Awesome.
you know, there's a lot of awesome sauce out there. Guys are ready.
The $500 bonus is still in place.
There. There's a lot of stuff out there. We're simply trying to sweeten the pot a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, for the people that are closest to us, and you know, just if you don't know something, just ask. I mean, again, there's tons and tons of information out there. Just ask. We try to probe. We try to ask if there's anything that we can help you with.
Mm-hmm.
But we're available. Just ask.
Last thing before we close this out, October 14th through the 17th, we're going to be live streaming the Eric Worre Network Marketing Mastery Program, whatever he's doing, his live event. So that'll be there to watch whenever you want, and we'll record it. This is also recorded as well, so anybody will get that link out. I think it unlocks, or did you make it a private event?
It's the same link always. It's just you
have to unlock this one maybe because it's private. And then December 12th is Crystal Pearl is a presidential diamond in the cities area, Minneapolis area. And she is doing a one team, one mission again this year. We did one last year. Our team did. But they're going to do one again this year, but it'll be like a Christmas theme and not only a training, one team, one mission where you can invite guests to come along. So make sure you get your guest ticket. It's we got ours today. The early bird pricing is happening right now. Lunch is included. And then there's also a dance DJ Christmas party type thing into the evening. So it's a full day thing on December 12th. So make sure that you grab those tickets now while the early bird pricing is there. We'll probably get, I don't know if we've decided if we'll do hotel rooms. I know she's gonna post those out so people can stay. And then just maybe do something fun in the cities the next day too. That'd be really an awesome time. Did you want to add anything, Steph, to that?
No, I'm super excited for that. One thing I would say is, you know, if you are, like I have a couple of distributors are like, well, I need to get Ruby, you know, my time is almost up. You know, that Ruby bonus is only a one-time $500 bonus. Like Liz said, also concentrate on getting your loyals, because once you get those 60 loyals, every single month you're going to get an additional, what, $500 or $600? Is it 600?
600. As long as you have 3,000 in volume, you'll always collect that 600. If you drop below it in 1 month, you just don't get it. But the cool thing is you get back up to it, you get it again.
Back up to it, yeah. Where at some of these bonuses, I mean, if you don't maintain that volume and get these bonuses, you're going to lose that bonus forever. Where, you know, like Liz said, get on those 60 loyals. And another thing is log on to those calls every Sunday and, you know, just get re-amped. You know,
and Monday tonight was the Show Me the Money. Always so inspiring. And then there's always a Tuesday with Rusty Lackey. I don't always post that one. I always forget to post that one. But if you follow Rusty Lackey, Lackey is Lackey. He always posts his call out. He's the guy that lost a ton of weight. It was like 400 some pounds, and he's lost a ton of weight. So
and don't forget, a great way, guys, a great way to boost your volume is we just had the introduction of
to the WOW
Energy 2.0.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Go out to your current customers that are buying energy and let them know that they can have energy at half the calories. You know,
half the sugar and half the calories.
Get them pumped up about that. Don't forget, we didn't even talk about WOW tonight, but here's another awesome thing to go out there for all your people who are using some sort of a facial product already, and let them know. Use it for a party platform. You know, to get people back in it. You know, have you a fall party or whatever.
A WOW and facial party or WOW and rap party. If you watched, I mean, if you listened to the Tribe call, they just had a ton of information all about WOW. And that's, if you go to the Tribe page, go up in the file section underneath the conference call archives, and every single call that's ever been done is there.
Yeah.
So just look for the latest one about the WOW.
And there's going to be, don't forget, I mean, there's going to be, I think it's in October, isn't it? There's going to be another line drop.
November, beginning of November.
November 1st.
Okay, so I mean, guys, the stuff is all there. I mean, I don't know if people are just waiting for, you know, the sky to fall out of the sky. I mean, it's
There's
all,
plenty of reasons to be reaching out
yeah,
to
there's
people.
lots of stuff there.
Find
so.
new groups to hang out with. You know, just, it doesn't have to cost you money. Just get out there, keep building your hundreds list, keep reaching out to people, expect no's, expect that, it's gonna happen. But just try some of those social media things that we've done. If you have questions, just ask. And don't do 100 of them. Just choose one simple thing to start with. That'll be better than doing nothing.
And do it consistently.
Yeah.
All right.
So we really appreciate you, Stephanie, hopping on.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Now, was it Chrissy?
Yep.
Chrissy could not make it on. Her poor, you said daughter or son was sick.
Little girl.
Little girl was sick with a fever. So I totally get that. So prayers on her little girl. So thank you, Steph. We appreciate it very
You're
much.
welcome. Thanks for having it.
Thank you. You guys have a great night, okay? And next month will be that first Monday. We'll do another one.
All right. We're
Good
out.
night, guys. God
Good night.
blessings.